Welcome to Philadelphia, the home of cheesesteaks, brotherly love, and Sylvester Stallone.
What's up, guys? Today I'm coming to you from Philadelphia, and I decided to set myself the challenge of finding my way around this awesome city while knowing absolutely nothing about how the public transit works. This should be fun. Now, I'm starting off in the southeast of Philly, right around the corner of Woodstock and Wharton, and I'm gonna make my way all the way up to the northeast to an exhibit called Otherworld Philadelphia, and I'm hoping I can make it in one piece. It's on the outskirts of Philadelphia, from what I've told. The center city is basically where all the main downtown stuff is. So I don't have any knowledge of how the subway works. My first task right now is to make it to crossing a street. First task is to try to make it to one of the transit stations just by walking around. So I'm hoping I can find a bus or something first. All right, so I found my main street. Now my goal is to see if I can find a bus. I don't see a bus. Okay, all right. Okay, keep walking. Now I'm not going to this completely blind. I got some general directions so I could get my bearing from my brother-in-law. And by directions, I mean he told me that Center City was that way. That way is South Philly, that way is west, and this way is east. That road that I was just on was Washington. Now I'm starting to question things. Oh. Huh.
I discovered the breeding ground for my arch nemesis, and then I had a little bit of an epiphany.
Now, Philly's actually a really beautiful city. So many of these buildings are so old, and they've kept a lot of that same structure of these old streets, and it makes it really pretty. But it also seems like it's a little tough to drive a modern day car around here in 2024. Now, I'm taking a little break. I decided to keep going in the original direction I was going in, and I think I came across something great, because it seems like the city is getting more and more fancier, a little more gentrified. So I think I'm reaching downtown. I also just passed a bus that said it was going towards a transportation center. So I'm gonna keep walking in that direction, see if I can catch the bus before it gets to the bus stop.
I indeed did catch the bus, and then it took me to a random part of town.
Now, I just got off the septic bus, and I am trying to figure out how to get to a train station. I feel like a train station would make it much easier to navigate. I can't seem to find one though. Right now, I am somewhat lost. I know I'm near a convention center of some kind. I also know it's super freaking loud. So because I'm allowed to use some kind of physical map, so a sign or a paper map, I'm gonna try to look for that next. I think that would be the goal. I genuinely have not found a single one though. Keep walking, keep walking. Now, just had a stroke of luck. I thought I was in proper downtown Philly this whole time, but I've just found this sign. And this sign's telling me that Center City is actually that way. So I think if I follow that way, I can go into Center City and I can find an actual freaking subway station, because I still haven't found one.
So I followed some signs to the septic. There was a map.
So I'm at the train station now. The fare gates, or the subway gates or whatever, they aren't accepting my tap card. So I'm actually gonna have to use one of these machines here to buy a fare card.
First, you pick a ticket. Pick the only option. Pick the only option. Then this zone screen popped up. I couldn't find my zone, so I had to go to a map. I then boarded the train, and after a little ride, I ended up in a new place.
30th Street Station is next. 30th from
Now I'm here at Fox Chase station. This is literally the end of the train line. I now need to figure out how to get to Otherworld. This is not feeling too Philadelphia-ish. I think I'm still in Philly, but I'm basically on the outer limits of Philly. I don't actually know how close I am to it. So again, I'm trying to find a map. That's kind of been the big struggle with this whole challenge. Now, I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'm trying to get back to my sister's house by 4 p.m. because that's when I have to go pick up my nephew. On top of that, I don't actually know exactly where the place I'm going is located, where Otherworld Philly is located relative to where I am right now. All I know is I'm near the Fox Chase train station, and I have to get to what I believe is Grant Avenue. Now, I tried to call the number for the business itself, or for Otherworld Philly, and they just give you a bunch of prompts. I'm gonna try to call it again and see. Hold for sound. Truck. I'm gonna try to call it again and see if I can maybe get to a person and like ask them what public transit options are nearby. Now, I am in the outer limits of Philly. These places are meant more for cars, not for the public transit that I'm looking for. But I still believe in the train system. I still believe in the bus system. I still think I can make it to where I'm going. I just have to keep trying.
Eventually, I came across a 7-Eleven. So I went inside, posed as a customer, and then asked a couple of questions.
So the 7-Eleven thing worked. Now, I know Otherworld is on Grant Avenue, so I went to 7-Eleven. I asked, how do I get to Grant Avenue? And he told me which bus line to take, which is bus 28. So I'm gonna search for a stop for 28. Turns out I was walking in the wrong direction. So as long as I can get this bus line, I should be good to go.
And then I had to make a tough call.
I had to switch because my GoPro died. But I'm gonna call this one a mission failed. The bus I would have taken to another bus to then get to Otherworld, it just passed by a couple minutes ago. I'd rather get home and hang out with my nephew at this point. Now, I'm trying to wait for the train that'll take me back to Center City. The train station where they sell the tickets, or the ticket sales office, or whatever this is called at this point, it's closed. So I have to wait for the next train, which Google now tells me is going to be here at 3:23, or is going to leave at 3:23. So hopefully that comes. Oh, it's actually coming up right now. So I'm going to hop on that, get back, and hey, see you on the next one.